You can answer that.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Cosmic Soup Recorded, you are listening to the Gio and Meatbag Show.
How you doing?
Welcome everybody to the Gio and Meatbag Show pop-up episode. It's Friday night.
What are you doing on a Friday night?
I figured since we're all kind of just not doing shit. Well, Jeremy's got a client in a little bit, but I just figured that why not? We're just sitting around, so let's just do a pop-up episode real quick. We'll get Gio on the phone in a little bit too. Fuck, yeah. We might as well just give him a shout right now. Let's give Gio a shout right now. How does that sound? You guys down with that?
Do it.
Let's see if he might be in bed. So this is gonna be the trick, guys. Here we go.
Do it.
We get a half asleep Gio.
We get a half sleepy Gio, maybe.
That's always fun.
Let's see. Oh, I think he might be sleeping.
He's asleep. He's a sleepy little sleeper. Call his wife.
Or he's giving it.
Oh, there he is.
Hey! What's up, dude? We just wanted to call and say hi. I know, dude. Look, I'm in your spot.
And I'm in his spot.
This is my show.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Gio?
Was your show.
Oh, look at him. He's wearing his pot of gold. He's in his
Get these
boxers,
lats,
too.
dude. Come get these lats.
He's in his boxers. Oh, and there's little Marlis. Hi, Bar. Hi, honey.
It's Uncle Steve.
Hi, sweetie. So welcome, everyone, to the Gio and Meatbag Show pop-up episode. Pop-up episode. It's just out of nowhere.
We're
just
bored.
out of nowhere.
We're bored.
And yeah, we got some cool stuff. We're gonna play some local music tonight, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna have this is kind of a first for us. We're gonna have a veteran on the show tonight, and we're gonna have him tell us some stories. So yeah,
A veteran.
yeah, and we're live on YouTube, folks. I guess so. There you go. Yeah, you'll be able to check us out on the YouTubes. But yeah, we're gonna get some stories from Corey. We're gonna talk a little bit of music, a little bit of wrestling, but good pop-up show. And we're gonna have a veteran on the show, huh, Gio? And this is look at him.
He's giving us
the Kenny Omega thumb of approval, dude. With Kurt Cobain smoking a cig in the background.
Yeah, it's a cig.
Yeah, he's happy. So yeah, we're gonna have a great episode. We just want to call and say hi.
Well, I want to actually let our audience know that.
There it is. He did it.
Classic Gio.
He did it. Classic Gio.
Dick.
Oh man. So what's up, guys? How's it going? What's up?
Fucking hot.
Yeah, Corey, welcome, man.
Thanks,
Corey
man.
just rode in here from the deserts of Casa Grande on a fucking Harley, man.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Hot, man. Hot. How's it going, Jer?
It's going good.
Mr. Busy Man. Had a show last night. How was the show last night?
It was a good show. We played with the Pilfers, and it was at the Yucca Tap Room. Krovac opened, Torn at the Seam, and then Mr. Incommunicado played, and and Stop the Presses. It was cool. I didn't get to catch a lot of Pilfers. I had to come back and work, but I did.
Someone's got to man the studio.
I did hear them sound check, and they're awesome, man. I mean,
that's cool.
They're some of the OGs.
Did you get to see Krovac play?
I did see Krovac play.
Yeah, Chris on drums, right?
Chris was playing drums.
Dope.
And they did a great job opening up. They even tried to play some of their songs a little more ska. And
they tried to skank it up a little bit.
Yeah. They gave me a shout out, but I was outside getting my equipment, and then they played "Make It on My Own," which was cool. But I wasn't,
that's awesome, dude.
But I wasn't inside for that, and and then Torn played "Wake Up," so
that's awesome.
It's always good to hear some contradiction.
Yeah, it is, dude. I love it. What that whole compilation experience was super awesome. I mean, how many technically with the extras, how many songs were on that record?
Oh, I mean,
20.
I thought, yeah, I thought like, man, if we could do maybe like 12 songs, that'd be fucking awesome. And I ended up, there's 20 on the compilation, and then there's like 4 acoustics, so about 24.
Yeah, it's a lot of songs, but yeah, it's still up on cosmicsouprecorditing.bandcamp.com. Pick up a copy, man. It's 24 tracks of Contradiction covers, and in that record, you're gonna hear a unreleased Contradiction song. Well, now it's released, but it was never released. It's one of our demos, basically.
Yeah, a demo that we made into a master.
Yes, exactly. It's one of our demos, and it's cool. Like you get to actually hear like the sound that we're actually going for. You know what I mean?
And
So.
I mean, and Billy's on the record all over the place. So
Yeah, exactly. There's too many Billies on that song. Too many. And I even put in the vote to change our name to Billy Squared because we had 2 Billies in the band, and then Alex Squared was no longer Alex Squared because we didn't have Simmons in the band. So I don't know. Just thought it'd be a good
and
change.
Billy Russell hated that idea, and he said, if I ever hear someone say that again, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah, so I duct taped my mouth every single show. Didn't do backup vocals or anything. It was, you got to keep it safe. So we're doing a pop-up episode. It's random.
Pop-up.
It's pop-up. Pop-up video. You remember those? Those were fucking cool because they had like the little fucking little pop-ups on the videos, and a lot of the pop-ups would be fucking hilarious.
I know, and you learn.
Yeah, exactly. And there's things you
That's
learn.
where I got all my facts from.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that for 1 second.
No fucking way. But anyways, yeah, we're just doing a pop-up episode. We're going to talk a little bit. But first, as always, we're going to play some fucking music. Like, we kind of talked a little bit about punk rock. Oh, I guess we should talk about the Franks and Dean show.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was
How'd that go? How'd that go, guys?
That was really good. Like, honestly, our best, I wouldn't say our best show yet, but definitely up there with the birthday show, man. Like, it was just a blast, dude. It was really good. And everybody liked the new songs, and we played a couple old ones, and everybody loved it and sang along. Nobody fucked up Hardy Party this time and sang too early. Gio would be very proud of everyone.
I had a good time being there.
Yeah.
And for a Sunday night, the crowd was pretty nice.
Yeah, there was a hot crowd.
Skull Drug brought it. They were amazing.
Oh yeah, always though.
And then Franks and Dean's put on like an hour-and-a-half set, dude. Yeah. They really like No Composure, and it was nice to hear Samson put over Gio and I about like the relationship we've built with Franks. And yeah, he even shouted out the Payson boys. You heard that. And that means you too, you know. Yeah. But it's just like since for the very first show we ever played with Franks and Dean's, Gio and I had a big goal to establish a relationship with them, not only because they're great people, but we just knew like these guys are about what we want to do, and like they get out there and work their asses off, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to fucking, you know, I don't know. Franks and Dean's to me is the prime example of a band that gets out there and works hard. Like they tour like 3 times a year and do very long tours, like 30 dates.
Oh yeah, dude, they're crazy.
A lot. I mean, I don't want to put an exact number on it, but you know, they do a lot of dates every show.
So
or every tour.
As I was leaving, I gave him like said my goodbyes to everybody, and I gave them all hugs. I swear to God, by the time that I got to Pip, like I was soaking wet. Like my shirt was drenched in there. I was like, oh.
That's because those guys put on
they
show,
fucking
man.
they kill it up there because they're big guys, and they're just they're moving and they're rocking and they're rolling.
Yeah, with voices like angels.
With voices like angels.
Did you see Haas bring in Vic right before he did at the end of Sway? Sway me smooth. Yeah. Like he did that and brought in Vic before he sang it. Like just for the people who weren't there, Gio, probably our only viewer, but and he's just critiquing us. I guarantee you in the comments right now, he's just talking shit. But anyway,
check the comments.
Yeah, let's check the comments. But anyways, like he brought in Vic. He's like, you come here. I don't remember exactly what he said.
Maintained eye contact.
And maintained eye contact. And Haas, like, he drugged that vibrato out and it was smooth. I'm like, damn, Haas.
He is a crooner.
Dude, he really is. He's great. Gio's not watching, is he?
Not watching.
He doesn't give a fuck.
My girlfriend's watching.
Oh, nice.
Franks and Dean's
But just-
amazing band, and they play awesome music. But you
Amazing.
also get to see a half-naked chick.
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah. And then Muse
true.
just loves entertaining. A lot of the gentlemen she likes entertaining too. She has so much fun with the girls. Like honestly, with that kind of act, you would think that a lot of girls get jealous, like with their men watching a woman.
Yeah, with boners.
Yeah, with boners. Watching a woman, you know, kind of like do a Vegas showgirl kind of gig with Franks and Deans. You know what I mean? It's really hard to put a finger on what she exactly does because she does a lot for the band.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? She's an entertainer.
Burlesque. It's hula hoop dancing.
Thank you. Because I'm not
props.
showgirl.
Yeah.
Because she's a Vegas, you know, girl, and she really respects a lot of those big shows you go see in Vegas with like the showgirls, you know,
Sure.
and obviously influenced by that. So, excuse me. You would think that a lot of the girls would be jealous when they go watch Franks and Deans, but they're not because Nicole is so cool about involving the girls. I think she knows how to play to her crowd really, really well. Like she knows how to play to a crowd in her own gig for that band. You know what I mean? She really does, and I give props to her because it's very it's probably it takes a lot of confidence to be able to get up there and do that. So I give her props for that. For
I stand
sure.
corrected. Gio is watching.
Oh, what did he say?
He says, "What was it? Your first time seeing Franks and Deans? Laugh my ass off. I am too watching. You guys burn the show to the ground. Ha 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 ha."
He's just gonna fucking bury us in the comments all night, dude. Oh, that's funny as hell. But yeah, that was a really great show, and
I had fun.
I was really
You had fun.
I was really stoked
You weren't there. So you didn't have
about.
fun.
I was really stoked about like Samson calling Gio and I out and the Payson boys out for always making their shows awesome, and we've built this really cool relationship with them. You know, like it's a big deal.
So
It's a really big deal. You know.
they're great guys, all of them.
Yep. Great kissers.
Fucking great kissers. Samson taught me a couple things about parenting too, so
Yep.
I'm waiting to use those newfound techniques that he had taught me about parenting.
So since we're on the topic of music,
What?
Yeah.
if I'm correct, you went to a streetlight show not that long ago.
I did.
Oh, you
I
did go to
I did.
Streetlight. We
and I
did.
got some free wrestling tickets.
Oh my
yeah, some
gosh.
fucking Libre.
Yeah,
What is
so,
it? Libre?
yeah, it's like Lucha Libre at what, the press room or Van Buren?
Van Buren.
Van Buren.
Dude, oh
Van
my
Buren.
god, you
It's a
picked
cool
up
little venue.
6 of them, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a cool venue.
Yeah.
It is. That's fucking rad,
How
bro.
was the streetlight though?
Yeah,
Oh,
how
it's
was
fucking
Streetlight?
fantastic.
What day was that?
was it? Fucking Thursday?
Thursday?
29th?
29th?
Yeah.
No, that would be like Tuesday.
Oh,
Something like that. Yeah.
It was a day that ended
He
in
had a
Y.
hard time remembering days today too. It's
They all mesh together.
yeah.
Right? They're all just days.
You know, they
You live and then you die.
well when you get older
You're
they all
born to
just
die.
mesh together.
Yeah.
It all just
Oh.
time is a fucking illusion, man. And you know what's
It is when
badass?
you're
We're gonna play some enemy proof
Fuck, dude.
tonight.
Oh,
last
fuck
year.
yeah.
Yeah, we just I just feel like giving these guys a little bit of a shout out. We had a great time with them at Rips Bar last month in June. Us FOL, Birth of Monsters, and Enemy Proof from Cali.
Oh,
We had a
yeah,
great
they're
show.
killer. They're
Yeah,
killer.
yeah. So we're gonna play some enemy proof right now, and we'll get back to you guys shortly here at the Gio and Meatbag Show. Geoliss and Meatbag Show. Geoliss and Meatbag Show. No,
Meatbag.
he was still at the beginning. We'll call him back in a little
Pop-up
bit.
show.
He didn't look like he was going to bed soon, so I don't know. We'll pop it back
Fuck
up.
Gio.
We'll get him going. But anyways, we're gonna play a song for you guys. This one is called "Just Because" by Enemy Proof.
Just
dude.
Right? Enemy Proof out of California, out of LA, man.
Anytime you guys get a chance to play with them, you should.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, we may have some news for you guys later on here in the near future. Welcome back to the Gio and Meatbag Show pop-up episode. Pop-up video.
Poppity, like a.
Don't you like that? Seriously, pop-up video was such a cool fucking show.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. And our studio
If we had
audience.
a budget, we could do like a no composure pop-up video.
Yeah, I know. That would be sick, dude. Great idea, Jeremy. So our studio audience obviously is a little bit thin tonight.
Yeah.
They're used to us going on Sunday nights. Like
know.
we sell
We
out
couldn't
every
get
Sunday.
everybody, yeah.
We're like AEW. We sell out every single show on Sundays. And this is our pop-up show, like Fight for the
Pop-up.
Fallen.
Yeah.
And that wasn't sold out. So that's what I'm saying. We're not quite sold out tonight, but we do have a great audience, guys. We really do. They're awesome.
I'm not.
It's okay. You don't have to clap. You don't have to clap.
Simmer down.
Speaking of
Clap.
which, talk a little bit of wrestling real quick before we get into our guest.
Yeah. I
So,
want to get into them.
so recently,
How you doing?
obviously we've had this. So recently we've had this
We're
like
gonna talk about that.
we obviously go over cards a lot
Thank Robert.
here at the Gio and Meatbag Show, and this time I don't necessarily want to go over cards. I want to talk about this air quotes, folks. You got to be
Air quotes
watching
it.
the show
Air quoting.
on YouTube
Air
at
quoting.
Gio and Meatbag, and you can download the podcast at geomeatbag.podbean.com.
Also, if
Air
you're
quotes.
watching, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you very much. Yeah, give us
Leave a comment.
give us a good review.
Hit a share
or
button.
bury us. We don't care. We're
Hey, you know, I
we're
don't
doing
even-
this thing where we're gonna be reading reviews out loud now, and I got to check Podbean before the show's over. We'll read a review tonight. Hopefully it's someone burying us because I want to fucking hear that. But anyways, I want to bring up this topic that people are. Let's all right. Air quotes again.
Air quotes.
Competition. That's gonna be our word tonight.
The
Because
word of the night is
competition.
competition.
Yeah. So like here we have this WWE, which has been around and has been the GOAT of professional wrestling
For years.
for
and
years
and
and years. And now we have this pop-up company, kind of like this pop-up episode you can find
Pop-up.
at geoandmeatbag.podbean.com or find us on YouTube at Gio and Meatbag. And
Yeah.
and so we've had this like kind of thing in the air with the new company coming up, and they're actually on a large scale, and they're trying to get out on a larger scale. They have a television deal with TNT, which is a great network, obviously. Like they're the basketball network. You're getting attacked there. Ferocious one, huh? But they're on like TNT's the obviously most well known for its network, basketball. They're the basketball
Sport?
network.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? So there's this thing that people are like worried about, that like they're trying to be competition, and then here we are at the Gio and Meatbag Show, and we're just trying to be in the middle and soak in all this different professional wrestling that's going on at one time.
Yeah.
So my point is that I want to talk about what competition means to everybody when it comes to this. Like, what does that word competition mean to you? Like, what comes to mind when you're thinking about AEW and WWE and competition?
So
What do you think about right away?
I don't personally, if there is one, which there is one, because Vince McMahon, he wants to be the top dog.
Right.
But like in my eyes, like I don't see it like that. I see it being wrestling. I'm a fan of wrestling. If you're gonna throw a good match on, I'm gonna watch it. If it's AEW, if it's WWE, if it's TNT, if it's Sunday Night Heat, I don't care. I'll go. I love wrestling. I don't care what the name is on top. If it's a good match, I'll watch it.
Do you guys remember Doink and Dink the Clown?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doink the Clown, of course, yeah.
But yeah, I like wrestling, so I don't care. I mean, like, yeah, I've been getting into a lot. I've been branching out in the wrestling world, like New Japan.
Now's the time too.
Yeah, New Japan, AEW is going out to be good. I even got into some lucha wrestling because they're crazy.
We're
They're
about to get into some.
they're
On the
crazy.
23rd.
we were even talking about earlier. It's like, you know what? Some of this New Japan and lucha wrestling that we watch, some of the commentary, they're not even speaking English. So we don't really give two shits about the storyline. We just want to see a good match.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I want to see a high flyer.
And so with this
quick
whole
moves, it's all good
competition thing, I think people are trying to like, I think people are just over. Oh, Wonder Boy, please!
We got a shit show.
Yeah,
I hope you guys are watching.
Yeah, I hope
this.
you guys are watching this. We had a little bit of.
I try to save the dog.
Who cares about the dog?
He'll
Save
drink the beer. He'll drink the beer. But
sorry, buddy.
I'm just thinking.
I'm a mess.
I'm just thinking that this whole competition thing.
No, sometimes competition is good. It creates friendly competition, and it makes people work even harder.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just it gives everybody the willingness to like try to just be better, and that's great. And I think people are just misconcepting what this competition thing is. Like, people are thinking that like AEW is going to try to put WWE out of business, and we all know that's not the case because WWE is just like deeply rooted everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just it's a trip. I don't even understand.
Wrestle Club.
What are you guys doing over there?
My buddy in the military does some local wrestling in Idaho.
Oh,
Nice.
dude.
Yeah, and he calls himself Damian Black. It looks pretty
Damian
fucking
Black, huh?
wicked.
We got to have him on the
Yeah,
podcast.
we'll have him on the podcast, dude. We actually fucking talk to a lot of indies.
So, I'm trying to figure out. He said, "Look up Wrestle Club, and you can find it on Roku."
Oh, dope.
Oh,
yeah,
hell yeah.
there's other stuff on Roku, other wrestling networks.
Low
on
key
Roku.
pro, not WWE.
Well, yeah, no, that's what we've been mainly focusing on. Like, a lot of our guests that we're actually getting into this month, being August, we have a lot of indie wrestlers, and we're just focusing on these guys because AEW and WWE and New Japan and all those guys already have the spotlight. Like, we want to talk about these new guys that are basically in the same position as we are as entertainers. You know what I mean? We're just up and coming, and we're just trying to get our names out there too. So, anyways, we have this competition thing that's just like, I think people are misconcepting what that is. People are thinking AEW is trying to put WWE out of business. Not going to happen. WWE is deeply rooted financially, and just they have multiple fucking performance centers all over the fucking goddamn planet. There's no way they're putting them out of business. AEW, I think, is starting to focus more on just making a good product as opposed to worrying about what WWE is doing. Exactly. I think they finally have gotten to that point, and they said something in one of their press conferences recently. But yeah, it's just competition thing. I think people just need to like stop using that term. Right. Stop using that term, guys, and just try to like
have fun with it.
Just try to have fun with it. Just watch wrestling. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with just watching some wrestling,
Nothing, because wrestling's good for the soul.
Right? That's all. But anyways, that's just kind of something real quick I just want to talk about, like with wrestling. Just like, fuck competition. Bottom line is, I mean, maybe you got nothing out of that last little bit that we were just talking because we were just rambling. But bottom line is like, fuck competition. Just love it all. There's great matches I've seen with commentators that I don't even speak the same language as.
We don't.
But I'm just watching art in the ring. It's art. It's music. It's paintings. It's everything, dude. It's art, man. It's art. And they're trying to entertain. And it's a fucking can of whoop ass, as Steve Austin would say.
Athletes.
Yeah. So real quick before we get into our guests, we're gonna play one more song. We're gonna play "Bubble" off of this brand new Lagwagon album coming out called Railer, and it's got a guy that's fruit booting in a half pipe, and it's all totally retro. They're doing the throwback thing too. But anyways, we're gonna check out this new Lagwagon song really quick. It's off at their new record, Railer, coming up. When's this release date? Don't have a release date off the top of my head. When we get back to you guys after the song, I'll have a release date for you. And we're going to talk to Corey, our guest. We got a lot of, we'll give him a proper introduction when we get back. But hope you guys like this song. Brand new Lagwagon.
You're going to enjoy
Bubble.
it.
Yes. Bubble.
Bubble. That's not it, actually.
speed on the bell with you, bringing our giant to sour grapes and coke. Here in the past I repeat what they say. Here in the vault they instructed us to remain. Will not fade away, grateful for a home in the bubble. Throw back in the fan, cranking the oldies like Sam I am. To break a touchy experience, never rock anything new. Chesterfield Kings, I smoke the whole back as I try to sing. Reread The Stand by Stephen King. Veil satiates, milk, lemonade. Here in the past I repeat what they say. Here in the vault where they ordered us to remain. We will stow away, grateful for the home in our bubble. Na na Nirvana. Yeah, we get it. Heard it before, won't forget it. The house that we built, don't regret it. We've had our heyday. Beer for pay, the road trading paths we were proud to stay. A dashboard of dusty demo tapes, fucked up and stoked all day. Is there any other way? Here in the past I repeat what they say. Here in the vault where they locked us away. Incapable of change, grateful for this home in our bubble.
And we're back. Bubble, Lagwagon, off their brand new record coming out October 4th on Fat Mike Records. On Fat Records, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new Lagwagon album Railer is going to be up October 4th. I can't wait for it. It's going to be good. I love
It's like
that sound
days.
that they're going for right now. Super
2
awesome.
days.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gio and Meatbag Pop-Up Show. Pop-Up. Pop-up video. Why
Hey,
do we
buddy.
keep saying that? We just keep saying that.
I know.
Yeah, we just keep saying that. You get a golf clap for that one. Golf clap for that one. But anyways, so we're going to get into our guest. Today, we're doing something that we haven't done before. You guys really should just fast forward to basically the 30-minute mark or 40-minute mark. When we have our guest on, Corey Raworth.
Hey, buddy, how you
he's
doing?
a long time.
Hey, hi, hey,
Hey,
hi.
hi, hello. He's a longtime friend of mine. We've known each other for about 10 years now. Army veteran, and we definitely want to have him kind of like tell us his story. We kind of want to like hear a little bit of your story, as short as, not really as short as you can make it. I mean, we're on a podcast, and you tell us however you want, but
You got 20 minutes.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
no, man. But honestly, I want to know. So, like, how did this all start? Like, how old were you when you decided that you wanted to enlist into the military?
Oh, I was 18. Casa Grande. Kind of like pacing. You get out of there as fast as you can.
Right.
Or you'll be drugged down very
Right.
fast. I don't know. I dropped out of high school, man. I knew where my life was going. I had to make a quick decision, and sign-on bonus was looking pretty good at $19,000.
Oh yeah,
you know,
for sure.
18-year-old kid. You know,
Yeah, who didn't necessarily grow up with a silver spoon, you know, in his mouth. So like 19 G's, and you're like thinking that it's a good cause too. You're like, you know.
yeah. This was.
But you're so young and so scared, I'm sure, that you don't even realize that's what you're about to get into.
Oh God, no, I wasn't scared, man. My mom was actually a little upset. Well, in 2005, December is when I joined, and that was like about a year after Bin Laden actually admitted to being involved
Involved in September 11th.
in the putting down the towers.
Yeah.
So I basically went in there. It was like, I want a job that will send me to Iraq as fast as it'll go, or that they'll send me. And they're like, oh, infantry. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to be infantry. Oh, we got field artillery, And I'm like, no. They're like, oh, 19 Delta Cav. And I'm like, oh, what is that? And they're like, oh, Force Recon. And I'm like, all right, let me watch this video. And motherfuckers were on dirt bikes, man. They were all in ghillie suits, dude, just like sleeping in water and shit. And I'm like, this is gonna be badass, dude. Did not see a dirt bike in 4 fucking years. I'm pretty pissed. I went back to my recruiter. I'm like, dude,
it's a lie.
Where's the dirt bikes, man?
Right? I got stuck in a Bradley for like a year and a half. I mean, that was fun as hell.
So what was the time before you signed up for the military, before you actually went to basic training is where it starts, right?
I signed myself up in a military school, 6-month military school out of Queen Creek, Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona Project Challenge. It was ran by the National Guard. Squares away kids like from ages 16 to 18, dropouts and stuff like that. But then no longer a program, and it just, I like that structure. I liked being told what to do, and it was easy. You were going to pay me to get in shape, basically. The way I looked at it, just work out and get paid for it. And
fuck yeah.
So that's when I decided to go into the Army. I tried other stuff,
So
I tried to be in the Marines. I passed every test but one. I couldn't fit my head in the jar. Sorry, I got a lot of Marine friends.
Oh fuck, that's hilarious, dude. Same. They're mad. I just pissed them all off, dude. They're all mad.
Hey, Army ain't ready to be.
That
Marine
was Will yet. Fucking seeping through my telephone.
He was. Will's pissed. So yeah, I joined the Army to get the hell out of Dodge, and maybe get some traveling. And they stuck me in Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I mean,
how was that though? Because I personally have never been to Georgia, so I don't even know what like the culture is like there, what the people are like, or whatever it is. Like, how was that?
Oh, growing up in Arizona, I'm like, I couldn't get a sweet tea anywhere. Or not a sweet tea, an unsweetened tea. I'm sorry, because it's Georgia. All they drink is sweet tea.
Oh yeah.
Slow.
George Peach.
Slow, man. Their speed limits are like 55 on their roads, but
God. And everybody, Corey drives a Harley. He doesn't do. He's a Sammy Hagar song because he can't drive 55. That's for real. That's for real. He came in. He was like one house just east of mine when I met him in the driveway, and he's like doing the freaking apartment whistle that we used to do back in the day, like when we're trying to find each other. And we're like, all right. He's like, is that you? I'm like, yep. And he just like starts up the bike. My neighbor's taking out the trash, and like we have old people in our neighborhood, and he's just like fucking down the driveway.
I don't miss death metal wake ups,
dude. I know, dude. I love it. I love it. Oh, dude, yeah, the death metal wake ups were great. Speaking of which, I'll just tell that real quick, and then we'll get back to your story. But so I would do death metal wake ups for Corey, and wherever he was sleeping around the house, because he was a heavy sleeper, Logan and I would set, and he was our roommate as well. We would set up my drum set right next to wherever Corey was sleeping, and like Logan played.
We had that big ass
too.
Fucking amp. Remember, Logan had that fucking gnarly ass
and we would
old
just crank it and do like blast beats and all this shit. And he would fucking wake up. Fucking being in the military and shit, and he would wake up like
gunfire.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my god.
Fucking flashback.
We got the M60 fucking mowing these motherfuckers down.
He's having flashbacks when we're just
man in the bush, red team go, You ever seen the back of a $20 bill?
Oh my god. On weed, man.
Weed.
So anyways, how long did you stay in Georgia?
I was stateside a little over a year, and then we got our orders to deploy
to Iraq.
Yeah, Baghdad. Basically,
straight to it.
Fucking straight to it, man. And It was a long journey there. It was cool, dude. It was crazy, dude. I freaking landed. I don't know. I got to experience a couple airports, but dude, it took us like 2 weeks just to get overseas. Just how much
Holy
different
shit.
airplanes we had to get on, and
Wow.
like when we first left, dude, we got like I don't know 300 soldiers getting onto a plane with fully loaded mags and shit. You know, just walking through an airport. It was probably pretty crazy because I mean we flew out of we had too many people going to fly out of like a military base. So
holy fuck.
Flying into like Berlin, Germany is where we landed, and we finally got off of an American flight, and we got put onto a C-130, which is one of them big ass, you know, they drop tanks out of crates, and yeah, they still fly those things, dude. And then
holy shit.
And we landed in Kuwait, and we stayed in Kuwait for a little bit, just kind of transitioning into the Middle East, and once out of Kuwait, man, we got flown into Baghdad in the middle of the night into Chinooks. You know, the like fucking 6 Chinooks flying in the middle of the night. It was
fucking
crazy, dude.
covert ops.
It was crazy, dude. I was like 20 years old, and I'm like fucking after like 2-week flights and all these crazy flights. And I mean, I got freaking bags packed, dude. I got rucksacks, I got duffel bags, I got duffel bags on top of duffel bags, backpacks on top of backpacks, and dude, I'm like, we're all walking into the Chinook, and dude, we just get dropped off, and it's just like, oh fuck, dude, like this is crazy, dude. And like it was crazy for the first like I want to say like 7 months there.
Dude, you're fucking 20 years old. You barely have hair on your nuts, and you're fucking dropping out of a goddamn holy fuck, man.
And within the first 24 hours, we were hit with like 37 mortar attacks. Our barracks were hit, our trucks were hit.
Oh my god.
It demolished like 15 of our vehicles, and this was, like I said, within 24 hours. And I was like, dude, oh shit, I'm really fucking here.
You are right in the midst of
it. And I'm
it.
like, oh yeah, what do I do? Oh, I'm a lead gunner. Oh, for a personal security detachment. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is great.
Oh my god.
Holy dick.
So when we got there, we took over this unit, 140th Cav. They were based out of Alaska.
Okay.
Dude, they didn't do jack shit, bro. They just sat on the barracks. It seemed like, dude, because when we landed boots on ground, and it was, let's say, I was boots on ground in Baghdad like October 31st of 2007, and the first 3 days we kind of went on ride-alongs to kind of see what was going on, dude. It was a ghost town, man. There was no kids out in the streets. There was no shops open, dude. I mean, it was just like a ghost town. And I was in the little outskirts. They call them mahallas, and they're just little villages outside of Baghdad. Yeah, there was like Orjab, West Tigris, Adwania was one of them. Adwania is where I was hit, and with an IED, and well, when we got there, like I said, it was just like ghost town, dude. Just ghost town. And we were doing our ride-alongs, basically, and our left seat rides. That's what they call them. And it's like they put one of our guys with their guys for like a day or two, and then they put 3 of our guys with their one guy, and then they basically just hand over all the missions. And first mission out, man, we got a guy sent home. He got hit pretty hard and got pretty messed up. First mission out, you know, so it was like within the first 72 hours there is like, dude, I knew I was in war, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm
right in the middle of it.
Mindset.
Yeah.
So as Cab Scouts, we did Force Recon, so we kind of set up a bunch of forward observing points, and we kind of figured out what was going on in these little cities. IED making factories, weapon caches, weapon transportating, stuff like that, training camps for Al Qaeda, and we called in the Air Force. And we actually, back in the end of 2007, we had the largest bomb drop within like since the initial invasion, when we declared war in the Middle East. So that was pretty exciting. I got that all on video. Hard drive somewhere.
Shit,
it was pretty wicked. We dropped over 10,000.
Do you want to hit Gio's pen, dude?
Fuck Gio. Fuck Gio.
Dude, I'm all right. So I'm seriously like in a trance. Like, you and I have been friends for 10 years, and like we've talked a lot of different topics of this, but to hear your story right now, not just like as your friend, but like someone on the outside listening, like, man, that's fucking great. Like, and it takes a lot of courage to like talk about your story. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of people, you know, because of everything that they've been through. I mean, everyone in the military, like, I'm just so proud of, because like they have the guts to get out there and do the job, you know. But the people who actually like take hits, you know, protecting the country, like, just mind blowing, dude. Like, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I just am so fucking grateful to have someone like that.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah, thank you.
Like my recruiter. No,
For
so
that false
on
ass
a
video.
little
So
better note,
anyways,
we had some good
to-
times there. We had some cool ass missions.
Here's some fun times.
So I got put on Fob Falcon for the first like 4 months there, and that was a pretty large base. Its nickname was Mortar Alley. Every day at Chow, we got hit with mortars. So don't be outside. Basically, have your Kevlar on at like 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? And well, one night I was on a QRF. I don't know if you know what a QRF is, but that's a quick reaction force. Shit goes down, they call you guys.
Right. First response.
Yeah, exactly. So within the first week also of being there, we got hit with some mortars, and one of our aerostats had located the location. So they were like, QRF, I want you to go find this location and go look at it and go see what's on. So we go out there, blah, blah, blah. Find a bunch of hot rails, timer set, nothing there, you know, when we come back.
And you're lead gunner for all this shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I seen some wicked fucking shit, dude. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
I can
over there.
imagine.
Like I said, we've been over there for so long that like we got dominance of the roads over there. If a military convoy's coming along, if the Iraqi people don't pull over, we push them off the fucking road, because we don't know if they're a fucking vehicle-borne IED. We have no idea. So if we're honking at them and they're not moving, dude, we'll pop some rounds at them.
Right.
They don't do anything about the rounds, bro. We ram them off the road.
So back to the story about your first like experience with the what was that, the first response team,
the QRF.
Yeah,
the QRF and mortars.
For better term. But anyways, back to that. So like your first, obviously, call that you were dealing with. I don't know. I guess just finish that, because I definitely like to hear that for sure.
Well, this is when I realized I was in a third world country on this mission, and I'm like, oh, you know, you got this big ass stick with a V cut at the top of it, and you like the gunner has to have it, and I'm like, oh fuck, why? So like, all right, just think of like, I don't know, watching like Aladdin as a kid, and you see like them Adobe built places with tarps everywhere, fucking, you know, little inner village markets and people carrying baskets on their heads and shit. Like that's Iraq, you know what I mean? And you know, the older women do the whole just show your eyes, but the younger kids, they wear, you know, outfits and stuff like that, different color clothes and stuff, because we're westernizing the Iraqi people.
Right.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this stick for? And we like we're coming in, we find out where the location is, and we have to go through all these back fucking roads, all these windows with no fucking glass, you know what I mean? And all these cables, you got fucking splices, you got like one electric source, and you got fucking splices going everywhere for the whole block.
Jesus Christ.
So the reason we had a stick for is so the gunners wouldn't get electrocuted. So when you're going down these back alley roads, you have to fucking hold that fucking wire up over your fucking truck. Yeah. Get it out, and like, I mean, like, you're just like, dude, this is fucking insane, dude. Like, this is literally legit fucking insane right now.
You are right in the middle of it all.
Oh yeah, man.
And you're fucking 20, 21, 22 years old.
I'm like, dude.
Oh my God. You weren't even old enough to drink in the States when you took off, dude.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Fuck, man.
So on that QRF mission, next one, well, we go in, and it was like in the middle of the night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're getting a supply drop from Chinooks. They were dropping off some Connexes full of food and bathroom and laundry shit, because we had a laundry trailer with machines, you know, big ass industrial machines. And like 2:30 in the morning, we get woken up as QRF, and they're like, "Hey, man, we gotta go." And we're like, "What?" So we like get our trucks all ready, and they're like, "Well, the aerostat, one of the Chinooks hit the cables, the tethers. The aerostat is basically like a small blimp with a 360-degree camera. That's what was detecting all the mortar attacks, and this thing's like 50-foot long, 60-foot long, right? And well, one of the Chinooks hit one of the tethers, and it went sailing with sensitive equipment on it, right? So it went nose down into some farmer's freaking house, some Iraqi farmer's house, and
Jesus,
dude, it's like 60 foot in the air, and we pull up, dude. We got like 4 trucks with us, and we're like looking at this thing. It's like 60 foot in the air, and we're just like, what the hell do we do? Like, we're like, I don't know. We got to get it out. So like, we fucking get our trucks around it, and we get our fucking knives out. We get on top of our trucks. We're like, oh, dude, I don't know how we're gonna cut this. We straight Assassin Creed that motherfucker, dude, on all 4 sides. Well, jeez. 4 truck sides. We fucking jumped off the truck and got our knives and just slid down it because it was, like canvas, and we got it to deflate basically, and then we cut it in like 4 sections, and we just tied it to our Humvees, and we're just destroying this dude's property, ripping the house out. You know what I mean?
Wow. Oh my god!
Oh, dude,
bonkers.
So how long were you enlisted for? Like when was it? Because I know that you were still there. What, you left in 2005?
No, I joined in December of 2005. I got out May of 2009.
And you left to Iraq when? Your first time?
October 07. And I got back January 09. So I was there for 15 months.
Damn. Holy shit. Yes, thank you for that. Big time. Obviously, I've sucked your dick.
I am a Purple
before.
Heart veteran.
Yeah,
you know that.
Yes, and I thank you for that. I've sucked your dick for that personally. We've lived together before, so thank you. You and my cousin Will. My cousin Will.
He's got like 3 of them.
I know, he's a fucking crazy.
He's a fucking crazy motherfucker.
We'll have him on the podcast too, because this is a first, and I really like this. Like, it's a pop-up episode.
Pop-up.
I know this is the most interesting episode in 61 episodes.
Oh man, like it's really cool. Like I bet Gio stopped commenting because he's actually entertained by Corey because like his great
You're
episode.
welcome.
He's like, wow, there's real content.
Right? So you got home in 2009. What was your first reaction coming back to the States? Like I hear a lot of stories about when people are traveling the world and when they touch ground on that American soil. What does that feel like?
Oh, dude, my first experience. Before I say anything, I gotta at least thank my
give your shout outs, please. Give your shout outs to my Vietnam
vets because of how they were treated when they came home. Because I was treated a lot different, and and they just did their jobs too.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Do you have anybody like personally like that you worked with that you want to shout out, like that might be listening to you tell your story a little bit?
I'm just gonna make it easy and say CMD. Like if anybody's listening, they're gonna know 6'8" cab CMD.
Awesome.
That's cool, dude. Saber.
Good shit.
The
man.
Saber team. So
right.
No, where were we? Oh, so yeah.
So coming back.
Oh God. Oh, so when we landed, we had like 6 fire trucks, dude. Fucking as soon as wheels touched ground, dude, them fucking fire trucks just lit our fucking plane up with the hoses, dude. It was our appreciation.
Yeah.
And dude, it's crazy because there's so many locals, like just Georgia people from Florida. It wasn't even just people in from Georgia, but dude, there was a few freaking, I don't know, probably over 100,000 people like coming to welcome us.
That's super fucking rad.
That's awesome.
And dude, and I mean, you come on ground and it's just dude, I spent 15 months with my asshole puckered. I had no idea if I was gonna make it home or not.
Absolutely.
And it just, dude, the little things, dude, you didn't care about. Nowadays I get mad at slow drivers and shit like that, But, dude, for the first like 3 years out, it was comfort, it was safety. I know there's crazy people out there in this world, but I mean, not everyone there is trying to kill you. It's a different
It's a whole
situation in
different
war. You
environment.
know,
It's a whole different environment,
yeah.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
something that none of us here have personally experienced. But it's awesome to kind of like hear it through your experience. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
it's-
Because it's just something that we've never done here, and I figured like, what a better time than my friend doing a pop up, showing up to my house. And I was like, you know what? Let's get an hour out of Corey. We want to do
Yeah.
the pop up, and
Wow.
Corey was gonna be here, and it fucking blew my mind. I had this like epiphany. Gio, that is a real word, epiphany.
It is.
Okay, look it up on Webster. But I had an epiphany.
that
I'm
shit.
like, God,
You
damn
can find it somewhere
like,
on the
dude,
web.
we gotta have Corey on the show. We gotta have him tell a little bit of a story, you know. And just to let you know, man, before we wrap this up, we got a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna end it with a little bit of Authority Zero.
Ooh, local, huh?
I appreciate what you've done, and I want to know you're welcome back here to get into some more detail
Yeah,
and to
I
talk.
figured
yeah,
you'd
that
talk
was a
a bit
short one.
more.
A
Yeah,
part
that was
two.
a
that
short
was
one.
just a short little, you know, icing on the cake. And like we do this shit every Sunday, and you folks know we're live on YouTube every Sunday or every Monday. You can download the podcast, geomeatbag.podbean.com.
What
Again,
was
that is
Gio Meatbag at podbean.com.
God damn it, is close, but shit.
Yeah.
Never mind. I can't give him the credit. You suck. But anyways, hold on. We had a word from somebody.
what's hotter, Arizona or?
Oh,
or
okay. So all these people that I deployed with, right? We got there in October. So we actually got lucky and we got
Yeah.
one summer over there. Okay. Dude, fucking palm trees, flat. Iraq has no mountains. That's all
Right.
Afghanistan. So all these people are
Afghanistan more looks like Payson.
yeah,
like
yeah, it's
the-
high mountain.
yeah,
Yep,
it's like
high
high-
desert.
high desert.
And dude, all my buddies are dying, and I'm just cruising out there. I'm enjoying myself, and they're like, "What the hell, dude?" I'm like, "Dude, it's 124 degrees out. I'm from Casa Grande, Arizona. Dude, this
Yeah.
shit is like home. Like I am straight comfortable here. This is fine." Everyone,
Like I said, folks,
dude,
Corey.
they hated me.
Like I said, folks, veteran, honored with the Purple Heart Award, much deserved, by the way. Thank you for that. Corey Raworth, and he'll be back on the show again for sure. I can see that.
Oh,
You
sure.
still got a beer? Or is it empty?
No, it's empty. Wait, you know what?
You got a little sippy?
Yeah, I got some.
Little sippy. Cheers, man.
Drink roadies.
Yes, drink roadies. That's what we do.
I'm gone. It's
We'll
gone.
definitely have
Yeah.
Corey back on the show, and we'll talk
Sure.
some more,
Yeah,
man.
please do.
Yeah, faux show. We will have
Oh, show.
Corey back on
I
the
fucking
show.
miss you, brother.
Yeah, miss you, brother. And you know, you know where I live now. You know where the
I do.
studio is,
I do.
and that's where I'm at all the time. Here, busting Jeremy's balls.
Absolutely, yeah.
Old superior producer over here.
Absolutely.
So I hope you guys like the show tonight. It's definitely a different format. We don't have Gio here physically, so
Fuck Gio.
no, don't
I'm
say
just
that.
kidding.
He's
Shut-
my
He's a cool guy.
Shut your mouth.
yes.
He used to be my boss.
We've done this 61 times, and this is like the 62nd time we've done it as the Gio and Meatbag Show. But this time we don't have Gio, so it's kind of weird.
I'm better looking than Gio, so
No. You would just be the guest. Gio's better looking than him.
Is he though?
No, he's not. Jeremy's better looking than both of you guys.
Fair
But
enough.
hey, we're
Fair,
gonna
fair.
we're gonna close out the show, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you guys are digging what's going on. Sorry we didn't have like the segments that we usually do.
Yeah, check us out Sunday
Yeah, Sunday.
afternoon. Sunday
yes, and
afternoon, we'll be
and-
live.
Yes, and you'll get your Cosmic Soup Black Hole of the Week, which I know that's why everybody who's watching on
Yeah.
YouTube right now, why they're tuned in, they want to hear the Black Hole of the Week. You'll get your road facts because Rhodey is officially living in Phoenix now.
Bam, bam, bam.
Easy now. We don't have
Easy,
Gio. You can't do the
easy.
air horn without
Nope.
Gio.
I am
He'll
there.
probably fuck it up. He still has a couple days.
Dude, Gio has the air horn patented. Like he
I
can't, you
know.
can't use it without him. But
if he doesn't do it with his phone, he does it with his mouth.
I'll give him a nickel.
But yeah, Rhodey's down here, and he lives about a half a mile away from the studio, so he'll be here every Sunday.
And he's offering $5 blowjobs.
Yes, hey, and yeah,
give me
Rhodey's,
$5 and you can
Rhodey's
give me a
offering a
blowjob.
special deal. So
And
if we get any new
Just do penguin
sponsors out there
blowjobs and it's a win-win,
that
and you
wants
don't
to
gotta
help
suck
us
a
out
dick.
for the podcast, Rhodey will personally give you a Fruit Loops blowjob or a Vaseline hand job around the back side of the studio, and that's $5, folks. The Fruit Loops blowjob is going to be $7.50. Unfortunately, $7.50.
Promo code STDs.
And if you got it,
Promo code
and the
STDs.
ZJ, don't forget about the ZJ.
Yes.
If you got to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, he can't afford it, ZJ. Neither can anybody else listening to this show. That's for goddamn sure. But anyways, yes, use that promo code STDs. You'll get 10% off. We love you guys. Good night.
Bye,
Hope
guys.
everybody's having a great weekend.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is Authority Zero with Rights This Way. Check it out.
Nice.
And good night.
Bye, guys.